All right. Hey guys, it's Sarah, Gypsy Face Sarah, and I am coming at you on June 26th, 2013. This is my week 16 slash 4 month, but a day late, surgiversary video. I was banded on February 25th of 2013. Highest weight was 303 pounds. Date I met my surgeon was 282. And date I was this morning, and I'm going to tell you I'm going to go by this weight and not yesterday's weight, even though I liked yesterday's weight a lot better, was 245.6, which is well, I don't really know if that's a gain or a loss, because my scale kind of went on the fritz. I noticed this happening about 3 weeks ago, and I thought that maybe it just needed new batteries or something like that. So I would do what I think probably a lot of people do, is I would jump on and off and jump on and off, and the number that came up the most, that was the one that I would use. But then I got tired of that because I was like, well, that's not really very accurate. So I swapped out the batteries, and then it just was like stuck on E, and then it was telling me that I was within like a crazy 5 to 10 pound range of, weights. So I went and got a new scale yesterday, got on, and got me an accurate weight. Wasn't crazy about what it said, but kind of in the spirit of my last video where I said I am pressing reset on this mother farter. I am very happy to know at least where I stand weight-wise accurately, because the not knowing was kind of killing me. So I didn't like seeing that number, just because, I've, been telling you guys this for weeks. I've been just floating around in that range for a while. However, I feel, now that I know for certain what it is, I definitely feel more in control. And this has been another really trying week for me. I don't know what's going on. Life is just kind of lobbing. I keep saying that life is lobbing a lot of stress at me, but part of me wonders too, if the stress level has always been the same, and now that I am consciously making a huge effort to not use food as a crutch and being acutely aware when I do, because that still goes on, if it just kind of intensifies everything. So I don't really know. But for example, yesterday, I had a moment where I was having a fine day, and things are just insane at my job right now. I'm not going to bore you guys with the details, but it's just making me crazy. And I was fine. I was fine all day. Went shopping with my girlfriend at lunch, got the scale. We're laughing, joking, whatever. And I'm actually at work right now, and I really don't want these assholes to know what I'm doing. Maybe they'll just think I'm Skyping. Maybe it's another effing business. I'm trying to watch my mouth. I came back to the office and was in a fine mood. Ate my lunch. The old fat girl in me can always eat more, but I knew I was satisfied and that it was protein based and it was very tasty. And just got this supremely shitty, condescending email from a coworker of mine in another department, who wasn't satisfied with my turnaround time response, added my manager, who was on vacation, so then added his manager. So in the course of an hour, when I was on my lunch, I just got kicked under the bus so hard it left waffle marks on my neck. Immediately, because what I did is I bought a bag of chicken tenders, a package of cheese, and a container of sauce, so I could just have it there all week and just make my lunch from this stuff. So I knew full well I had, at least 5 more lunches in the fridge, and all I wanted to do was go make a second lunch. And Shelly in the band, she's on a cruise right now. And Nicole's new life, who's my other accountability girl, she just got back from, she was on vacation somewhere in California. So I kind of was I was up shit creek without a paddle. So I reached out to YouTube, which is initially why I started the whole, or no, I'm sorry, not YouTube. Well, the YouTube community on my Facebook page, and I reached out to you guys, and thank you. Thank you. I mean, it truly, I mean, it was the first time where I felt completely panicked, and I reached out, and there was such an immediate response. And it made all the difference in the world. I let it pass. I let the feeling pass. I went and I sat outside, and I talked to just a work girlfriend. I was like, I need a break. Let's go sit outside for 5 minutes. I need to vent. And I did that, got a little vitamin D, a little sunshine, and just, stepped away. And it helped. It really, really did. And it's just, it's still so hard to, because the trigger and the impetus is so ingrained that it takes a lot of work to even recognize it. And then even when you recognize it, it takes some even more work to not give into it and be like, oh, well, it's just a one-time thing and blah, 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 blah. So that was a huge NSV for me yesterday, was stepping away from the snacks, the food, the whatever, the lunch. I mean, and even though my lunch certainly wasn't unnutritious or anything bad, it was food that I didn't need, that I wasn't physically hungry for. So that's that. A little bit of an aha moment. Let me see what else is going on. Oh, and some good news is I found a place by my house where they offer only fitness classes, like only yoga, spin, body pump, some other things. I don't remember, because I wasn't interested in those. What I was interested in was spin, because I can only make it to one spin class at my gym per week, and this place offers them Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And it's like $10 to drop in. So I'm going to be swapping out one of my elliptical days for a spin day. I am really excited about that, because I'm not going to say the more weight I lose, because that's been a shit show, but definitely the fitter that I get, the more I enjoy that class. I just love it. I mean, I think that maybe it kind of gives me the runner's high without having the damage that running does to my knees. Pardonnez-moi. So I am super excited about that. The next spin class they offer is tomorrow. I'm on vacation tomorrow. Oh, thank God. And I may go, I may not. My grandmother is in town until Saturday morning, and I've had to work the whole week that she's been here. So I kind of want to spend some time with her, but then again, we'll have all day. So I'm kind of going to play the rest of this week by ear. I know I made a big show of like cardio every day, blah, blah, blah. But then my grandma, she's only here for, a few more days. So I think that I'm still going to get my fitness in, but it may not be quite as hardcore as I wanted it to be until after she leaves, because I love her. She's my grandma. Okay, so there's that. Did take I had my husband take my progress pictures yesterday. Could definitely see some changes. As always, I can see them in the rear before anything else, or I should say the waist. So if you are friends with me on Facebook, go take a gander, and you can see how your body can change even when the scale says that to you. I noticed changes in my lower gut, that awful part that we all have, that we all hate, that just doesn't want to move. That's getting smaller. In my waist, especially from the behind, and interestingly enough, right here, my chin and my neck and everything. It's not like I do neck exercises or chin exercises besides talking all the time. Um, but I could see in my side shot, I could see a huge difference right here from last month. So, also for any of you pre-oppers or early post-oppers that are watching, well, not like I'm so seasoned, but I mean, anything like that. I know it sucks taking those pictures initially. Like, I almost cried the day before my surgery when my sweet husband took my body shots and I saw just how I looked from behind and just how I looked when I wasn't doing an angle or sucking things in or looking at just the bathroom mirror or whatever. When I saw the full body, I wanted to die. But I was so glad I did when I took my 1 month post-op shot because I could, you tend to see, in my opinion, I mean, I saw the biggest changes in the first 2 months. And now it seems like things are just, well, they're slowing down, but there's certainly no reason to stop. So, and I also wanted to talk about fills. I'm really having a hard time deciding if I want to get a fill or not. I never thought that I would say that. But I seem to be very tight in the morning and loose as a goose at night. Like this morning, I made myself 2 ounces of pre-cooked steak, which is, if any of you guys, it's like you can get Tyson or John Souls. It's super good. I made 2 ounces of steak, 2 eggs, and a sprinkle of cheese. Took me 25 minutes to get that down, and then I PB'd maybe a tenth of it. And I don't know why. I mean, I was chewing slow. It was moist. I mean, the meat, that's why I like the pre-cooked meats, is because they're really moist. Yeah, I don't know. And lunch was the same thing I had yesterday, that fake chicken parmesan thing. I mean, that 15 minutes, that went down fine. Definitely could go and eat more of it though. Like, I feel satisfied. I don't feel full. And the challenge always comes when it's time for dinner. That's when things are really hard for me. Just because I want to go home and I want to eat my dinner, and then I want to eat popcorn or sunflower seeds or salty things, or even have ice cream sometimes. Like, I just want to kind of eat my way through the night. So I was talking to Georgie, Better World for Me, also one of my, I guess, old accountability partners. The time difference made things hard, but we still talk. And I was asking her about her fill level, and she said that she feels restriction all the time. VSGers and bypass people, I don't think that when it comes to this is where our experiences really are different. But to my fellow banders out there who have definitely hit their green zone, how am I going to know? Am I going to not be hungry at night? Am I too tight because I'm PBing in the morning? I don't really know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. And the other thing is that sometimes I feel like because I eat so little in the morning, and I remember seeing a video on this with somebody too, I can't remember who. Anyways, but it was, eat so little in the morning, and so it's like, oh, well, I'll make up for it at night. And I'm like, well, I can't do that. I can't just go and eat fucking crap slider food just because I'm not stuffed. And a lot of that too is my head. I know that's a lot of that. So that's kind of where we're at 4 months out. I have some small goals set in place for myself right now. And I'm not going to put them out there because I feel like I'm setting myself up for failure when I do that. But if I hit them, I will let you guys know what they are. Because I am, even though I definitely feel to be in better spirits than I was the past, not the last video, but the past 2 before that, I don't like coming on here and saying, gain or maintain, or very small loss, or, been floating between the same 2 pounds for an entire month. I mean, I don't like saying that. But, I mean, that's part of it. And this is my journey, and I guess it's a little slower than I thought it was going to be. So that's all, guys. Again, to everybody that reached out yesterday, thank you so much. So much. Oh, and a big hello to all my new subscribers. Thanks for tuning into my very Eeyore-like journey these past few months. Yeah. God, I'm sweating. It's hot in this car. Okay, guys, I gotta get back to work. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.